Well, good evening. I'm so grateful to have everyone join me live stream as well as here in the studio. Laura's here with me this evening for our beginner sequence. So to begin our beginner sequence, we'll start at the back of our mats in child's pose. Remember, any modifications this evening are absolutely there for you to use. So make sure you listen to your body at all times. And if something doesn't feel right, do something a little bit different. And as you sit back onto your heels, I'm going to separate my knees just to kind of give myself a little bit of space. Allow your head to lower down. And it's from this place that we begin that Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. We'll take a couple more breaths here. Allow the sand to settle from the day. And we'll extend our hands forward, coming into downward facing dog. Knees will lift. And in this downward facing dog pose, spread the fingers wide, press down through the hasta bandhas and the finger pads. And go ahead and pedal it out, lifting up one heel and then the opposite heel, making sure to press actively through the balls of the feet and the joints of the toes. And together, let's go ahead and lift both heels up nice and high. And then slowly drop both heels down to the floor. Maybe even coordinate the breath with movement here. So an inhale high into the balls of the feet. And an exhale as you lower the heels down. They may or may not touch. One more just like this. Lift the heels high. Press actively through the base of the big toe, through the pinky toe. And exhale, heels come down to the floor. Now you'll walk your feet to the top of the mat. You can do this with straight or bent legs. I always like to pulse my chest along the way just to get into those hamstrings. Once you reach yourself to the top of the mat, inhale, lengthen the spine. Hands to shins is a great modification. Exhale, forward fold as chest comes down to thighs. Arms reach up, big breath in. Gaze goes up, maybe even take a slight back bend here. Exhale, forward fold. Always be sure to bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, fold. Nice breath, Laura. And then inhale, arms reach up. Warming up the spine, warming up the breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. This time we'll step that right foot back. You want to step that right foot back far enough so that it's strong, it's lifted, and it's engaged. Left foot meets the right foot. We're in high plank pose. Now stay here or maybe drop the knees for the modified variation. Exhale to low plank or the belly. Upward facing dog or cobra. And down dog, exhale. We'll just take a couple breaths here. We'll reach that right leg up towards the sky. Step that right foot through to the top of the mat. If it doesn't reach the top, just pick up your foot and bring it to the top. Once again, that back leg is engaged. You're pressing actively through the ball of that left foot. Left foot meets the right. Lengthen the spine. Forward fold. Arms reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Lengthen again. Left leg back this time, so opposite leg. Take a moment to really stack that right knee over the right ankle. Look forward as you step the right foot back to meet the left. Take low plank pose. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Couple breaths here. You can make this pose as active or as restorative as you'd like. Left leg lifts. Step the left foot through to the top of the mat. Look forward. Right foot meets the left. Lengthen the spine. Forward fold. Arms reach up. Forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Right leg back. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. So moving just a little bit faster this time. Down dog. Right leg lifts. Think knee to chest as you step that right foot forward. Look forward. Left foot meets the right. Lengthen. Fold. Arms reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Lengthen. Left leg back. Long lunge. Right foot back. High. Elbows back to low. Up dog. And down dog. Left leg lifts. Step it through. Right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, arms reach up. Purpose here is to create some body heat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Come up slightly. Right leg back. Left leg back. High to low. Looking strong tonight. Upward facing dog. Great front body stretch, Julie. Down dog. Right foot steps forward. Left foot steps forward. Lengthen. And fold. Arms reach up. One more on side number 2. Take that forward fold, chest to thighs. Lengthen. Left leg steps back. There we go. High plank pose. Low plank pose. Yes. Upward facing dog. Nice hold, Janetta. Down dog. Exhale. 5 breaths here. You're doing just fine. So in downward facing dog, whatever's touching the floor, I want you to just kind of press away for a moment. So you're really activating your down dog here. Yes. We have about 2 more breaths. Feel your core engaged. Now on the inhale, lift the left leg up. Last time we'll do this. And we'll step that left foot through to the top of the mat. Right foot meets the left. Inhale to lengthen once again. Exhale, forward fold. Arms reach up, take a full breath in. Interlace your fingers, release your index finger. Bring your feet together as you rock your body from side to side. I want you to pretend there's a block between the inner thighs and you're using those muscles to stabilize. Come back up to center. Inhale, make yourself taller. Exhale over to the right. As you continue to extend to the right, squeeze the palms. You'll almost feel like your armpits hollow out some. Absolutely okay. Lift up and over a little bit more. Make sure the breathing continues. And we'll come back to center. Lift up through the crown of the head. Exhale to the left. Allow that right hip to reach out to the right slightly. The palms continue to squeeze together so that the arms are almost slightly forward, past the ears. Lift up and over a little bit more. And we'll come back to center. As you come back to center, gaze goes up. Allow the weight to shift forward as the fingertips draw a line towards the ceiling and back. Back bend, lifting the heart, dropping the neck to a comfortable position. Hold for 3, hold for 2, and 1. Come back to center. Put a slight bend in the knees as you take a forward fold, keeping your back or your spine nice and long and flat. Slowly bring the fingertips down to the floor. You'll lift your left heel. We'll start with the left this evening and place your hand underneath the heel or behind the calf or the ankle. Then lift the right heel up, bringing the hand underneath the heel or behind the calf or ankle. Try to get your elbows behind your calves. They might not touch, or maybe. Hug your elbows in towards each other. Release or relax your head. Relax your head. Let the breathing continue. Maybe start to straighten your legs from here. Keep the head relaxed. The more you draw the elbows in, the bigger the stretch on the back body. And we'll release the hands here. Interlace the hands in front of you. Slowly come up with a flat back, same way that we entered the pose. Releasing the arms down by your side once you're there. Inhale, arms reach up, full breath in. Exhale, take that right arm underneath the left arm. Oh, sorry, let's go to chair pose. Unwind the arms. Inhale, the arms forward, so they're shoulder width and shoulder height. Separate your feet 2 fist width apart and sit down in your imaginary chair. Oh, I love how you're using the wall. I would bring the feet a little bit farther forward though. So bring your feet forward. Yes. And then bring your shoulders back. Oh, that was good, but relax your shoulders. Oh, there we go. That was beautiful. So we're all in our imaginary chair. I love how Laura's using the prop tonight. The wall is such a great prop to use. Chairs are great. So anything at home that you might have that would support your practice, I say go for it. And let's slowly begin to straighten our legs. We'll come onto the balls of our feet. Lift the heels high. Now with the heels high, you'll start to sit down in that imaginary chair. But if the heels flounder down, I just want you to work on keeping the heels up. Heels stay lifted as you bend, and you'll have to move those feet farther forward again. Yeah, so good. And you can even do one heel at a time if both at the same time is too much. Yeah, look at that though. I love it, I love it. And then from here, slowly begin to straighten your legs. Drop your heels to your floor. Seema, we're gonna be there in just a moment, so if you wanna wait for us, you can. So from here, you're gonna turn your toes inward slightly, inner thighs touch, heels lift up, then you slowly lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Now keep those inner thighs connected. So we're really integrating that muscle group to help us go up and down. Shoulders back so they're stacked over the hips. And then I'd like you to come up the same way that you went down. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as you come all the way back up. Nicely done. We'll release the arms from there. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Take that right arm underneath the left arm, eagle arms. Hands come towards each other. Fingertips reach up. Sit back into that chair pose once again. Right leg lifts up and over the left. And release, right foot down. Great focus. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, left arm will go underneath the right arm this time. Draw the elbows down. Sit back chair pose. Left leg over the right. Find the compression as you squeeze the legs inward. Draw the elbows down without leaning forward. Feel the weight go back into the heel of that right foot. And most importantly, breathe. Well done. We'll release that left foot down to meet the right. Inhale, arms reach up nice and high. Exhale, arms down by your side. This next posture is forehead to knee. So we'll start by spreading the toes of the left foot, lifting up through the arch of the left foot, and then lifting that right thigh up. I always like to do 2 sets of these because it's a great way to build the arches of the feet, as well as balance and stability, standing on one foot. Now, if you notice, you want your right ankle far enough forward so it's underneath the knee. And we're not leaning back or leaning forward, but finding ourselves nice and tall. Well done. Let's release that right foot. Great balance tonight, Julie. And we'll spread the toes of the right foot. Inhale, when you're ready, that left thigh up. Now, this is always my good side number 1. I like to think we don't have any bad sides. They're all good sides, just different. So feel engaged, feel awake in your practice this evening. And we'll release that left foot down. So for this next one, you can absolutely do what we just did, or even grab your hand underneath your right thigh. I'm going to guide you through the full expression, but remember, you don't have to necessarily go there. We'll start by lifting that right thigh up. As you lift that right thigh up, you might choose to inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, round down, grabbing the ball of that right foot. Just an option. As you grab the ball of that right foot, you'll extend that right foot forward and then drop your forehead to your knee. Another variation, of course. I love what you're doing, Laura. Yes, is to bring your hands underneath your right thigh and extend your foot forward. I like how you're doing it again. Yes. We'll release that right side. Seam of that right foot looked active. I love it. And let's try the left side. So spread the toes of the right. Activate that right side body. Left leg lifts. Once again, if you want to round down and interlace the hands underneath the left foot, you can. Or take your hands underneath your left thigh and extend that left foot forward. That's it. Relax the neck. Oh, good. Yes. There we go. And let's release that left side. Great hold, everyone. I hope we're breathing. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and just stay just where we are. Reach the arms up towards the sky. If you're using a wall, you might turn to face the wall at this time, because you're going to have your left hand at the top and your right hand's going to come around and pick up the right foot from the inside. Now bring your gaze or your focus to something in front of you and a little bit higher than your head, because as you kick back and hinge forward, you want to keep that heart lifted. And if you fall out, you get right back in again. The intention here is to really stretch out that right side body. It's a beautiful back bend, heart opener. You might feel it more in the shoulder, depending on the range of motion.
And we'll release that right foot down. I love this pose. It's a great pose to end the day with. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, left arm goes back. We'll pick up that left foot from the inside. Begin to kick back. Grabbing from the inside of the foot is really important to keep that left shoulder open. And we'll release that left foot down. We're going to go to our last pose in the balancing series, coming to the back of the mat. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers, release the index finger. Point the toes of the right as you shift the weight forward, lifting that left leg up. Lengthen and extend, trying to create that figure T with the body. Stepping the left foot back, right foot meets the left. Keep the arms extended overhead, opposite side. Left foot forward, point the toes of the right. Stepping the right leg back. Left foot meets the right. Release the arms down by your side. Very nice. We'll meet at the very top of our mat. We'll turn to face the garden if you're at the studio. Inhaling, arms up high. Exhale, step out wide, about 4 to 5 feet. Arms parallel to the floor. That's it, Julie. If you can go maybe about 1 more foot, you'll actually find a little bit more, yes, that's good. A little bit more steadiness there. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing your hands to the ankles or the outside edges of your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, lengthen. So we're only coming up a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Hands to hips or hands parallel, your choice. We'll start by interlacing the hands behind the back. Same action here, forward fold as the fists go up and over. Very nice. Inhale, lengthen. And fold. Lengthen. Fold. Lengthen, third time. And fold. Now as you rise up, continue to breathe. If you stop breathing, there's a tendency to become a little bit dizzy. We'll release the hands, taking the right arm up, placing that right hand in the middle of the back, like you're patting yourself on the back. And take that left hand behind you. Either you're grabbing hold of your shirt, a strap, or your fingertips. So that right elbow is going to point up towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen, press the head back slightly. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen. And fold. Lengthen. Fold. One more time. Lengthen. Forward fold. Rise all the way up with the breath, with a flat back. And we'll release and windmill our arms. So the left arm goes up this time. Bringing the left hand to the center of the back, and the right hand comes behind. Inhale, lengthen where you are once again. Exhale, forward fold. This is our last time. Our last pose in our wide-legged forward fold series. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Again, lengthen forward. Keep the quadricep muscles engaged. Exhale, fold. One more. Lengthen forward and forward fold. Last time, coming all the way up in this particular pose. Release your arms once you're there. Let's go ahead and toe heel. Right foot in, arms reach up, and then arms release down by our side. I'm going to enter into the warrior series now. So just like we set up for wide-legged forward fold, inhale those arms up nice and high. Step out to the right, make it wide. The shorter the stance, the more unstable. Oops. And then turn your right toes to face the right. Try a warrior pose. Arms open out to the side. Gaze goes over the right middle finger. Couple more breaths here. You want that right knee to go towards the middle toe or towards the pinky toe. You can either take your right elbow to your right thigh for side angle, or take that right hand all the way down for extended side angle. If you're in extended side angle and you want to reach that left arm behind you, take a half bind or a full bind, you can. I find it a little bit more accessible when I'm having my right hand down to the block or to the floor for that full bind or half a bind. Releasing the bind, left arm reaches back up towards the sky. We'll rise back up into warrior two. And then we'll straighten that right leg. Triangle pose. Extend the fingertips beyond the toes as you reach, reach, reach. Dropping that right hand down, left arm up. Keep drawing that right hip back as you press down through the base of that right big toe. Top arm reaches up and over. And we'll bring that left hand down to the floor. Step the left foot in into the left so our stance is shorter. Your left hand will be down, so you want your left foot over to the left if possible. Oh, other foot. I do it all the time. Or you can move your right foot over to your right. Yeah, no worries. I do that too. I don't know if I could teach yoga if we had 3 legs and 3 arms, Laura. So I'm right with you. So with that right arm up, we're drawing that right hip back. We'll stay here for just a couple more breaths. So this is a twist. You want to keep lengthening the collarbone forward and drawing that left chest bone towards the right. Bringing that right hand down, realign the heel. So I'm going to step that left foot back. Left arm reaches back up towards the sky. And then rise back up the same way that you went in. Turn both toes forward. And then turn the left toes to the left. Now I'm going to step my right foot over some. When I have heel to heel alignment in my warriors, I just need a little bit more extra room. So if you need to widen the stance, please do. Bend into that front leg. And your side angle, either left elbow to left thigh, or bring that left hand all the way down. Keep turning that left chest bone towards the right. So we're not facing the ground. Take a half bind or a full bind. Right hand will go to the left hip crease, or it can remain staying up towards the sky. If your left hand is down, you're going to want to make sure, or even in the bind, that you bend deeply, dropping your hips down towards the floor. Grapevine, Seema, that's awesome. Let's release the vine, left hand down, right arm up. That looks great. Rise back up, warrior two. And this triangle pose is a great counter stretch. So you want to straighten that front leg. Now you want to bring your left hip back. Reach beyond the toes. Try not to lock out the knee, but keep that quadricep muscle engaged as you lengthen, extend, and then drop. Gaze goes up towards your right thumb. And that top arm reaches up and over. This is extended triangle. The right hand comes down. This is where it gets a little twisted. You'll step that right foot in so the stance is shorter. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. You got it. Yes. Turn your arm around so it feels better. Oh, other way. Ah, there we go. Yes. And we're gonna lower that left hand down. Oh, that makes my heart sing. Realign the heels, reach the right arm back up towards the sky. And slowly rise back up the same way that you entered. Turn the toes forward. Let's inhale, arms reach high. Right foot meets the left. Release the arms down to the floor. So for the second pose, tree pose, we'll start by lifting the right leg up first, placing the right foot in the inside of the left leg, whether it's the calf or the thigh. Just avoid the knee. Nice hold. Great opening through that right hip. Press down through the pinky toe a little bit more. Get a little bit more external hip rotation there. Great hold. Yes, yes, yes. And let's switch to the other side. So let's release that right foot together. And we'll go to the left side. And just like we did for that forehead to knee where we bounced on one foot, spread the toes. Create that foundation. Grow your tree tall. That's it. And you might notice on one side, you get the foot a little bit higher than the other side. Totally okay. And we'll release that right foot down. We'll make our way onto our backs with our legs forward. It feels much like a Savasana pose. It's a short one, so try to enjoy it as much as you can. And let's pull that right knee in towards the chest for wind removing pose. Relax the shoulders, activate the bicep muscles. And let's switch. Right leg forward, left knee in. Interlace the fingers right below the knee. Release any unnecessary tension. So my mantra this year is less doing and more being. Instead of being attached to expectations or outcomes, can I just really be in this moment and enjoy it for what it has to offer? Let's pull that right knee in. So both legs are pulled in. We'll roll up into a seated position. Heels come forward, hands go behind the hips, boat pose. So flex the toes, lean back, slight bend in the elbows. The fingertips actually face forward. Yes, yes. Then lift maybe one heel up off the floor. This might be enough. You can either switch lifting one foot up off the floor and then the other, or bring both feet up. You can keep the hands on the floor or extend the arms forward, right? We have so many different options. So we're gonna do 2 sets of boat pose this evening. So let's hold this for 5. Yes, Seema, look at you reaching forward for 4, 3. I love those straight legs at Janetta. 2 and 1. Release that left heel. I hope you were breathing. You were so focused. That was awesome. Okay, set number 2. Here we go. Either do the same or choose a different variation. Come back into boat pose. This time I'm going to take the hands underneath my thighs as I reach my legs forward. Chest continues to stay lifted. I'm not rounding my lower back or my mid back. My toes are flexed or pointed, depending on what works for you. Once again, I'm squeezing that block between my inner thighs for 5. Woo, you got this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. You're gonna roll yourself forwards and backwards 3 times. We'll meet at the top of our mats in a standing forward fold. And in that standing forward fold, you bend the knees as much as it feels good to you once you get there. And let's inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale reaches you back up towards the sky, circling the sun. And forward fold, exhale. Lengthen the spine on the inhale. Walk the feet back, high plank pose. Now this is where we're gonna drop ourselves down to our front bodies. So slowly lower yourself all the way down. And when you lower yourself all the way down, your wrists are underneath your elbows. Cobra pose. Press the tops of the feet into the floor, lift up. Hug the elbows in ever so slightly. Try not to use the arms. And release. Lift up once again. And release. Now reach the arms behind you. Go ahead and get the arms underneath the body so that the pinkies almost touch. You're gonna rest your body on top of your arms. Extend that right leg back, lifting the right leg up about 45 degrees. Yes, that's it. You can bring chin to the mat or you can kiss the mat. Yes, Seema. That's it, Julie. And then lower the right leg down. Way to go, Nancy. Okay, other side, ready? Press the arms down, lift the left leg up. And then as you lift it up, try to extend through the toes. Make that leg as long as you can. Yes, keep pressing the arms down. That's it. So good, so good. And let's release that left leg. We've made it to the best part. Walk the fingertips a little bit closer to the knees. Walk the elbows in closer to each other. Exhale all of the air out of your body. And on the next inhale, lift both legs up. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. That's it. Now press the arms into the floor for 4. Maybe lift the legs up a little bit higher for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Well done, yogis. Release those arms because you know it feels so good. As you release the arms, place your right cheek on the mat. I loved the focus and determination from everyone this evening. It's so exciting to watch. Well done. Let's reach those arms out nice and wide. As you reach the arms out nice and wide, you'll inhale, lift the upper body and the lower body up off the floor. Yes. So upper body lifts up off the floor. So the hand, yep. And you can even look forward. And then the feet lift up off the floor too, if possible. Yes, like you're flying. I love it, love it. And let's release the posture slowly but surely. Left cheek on the mat. We're going to do a set number 2 on this one. I mean, who doesn't love to just soar, right? And follow their dreams. Let's do it. Inhale, lift up when you're ready. Upper body and lower body. That's it, Seema, that's it. So you want to make yourself nice and high, but at the same time, create that length, right? Less compression, more length and lift. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll release. Place either cheek on the mat. Yours to choose. So for this next one, we're doing just one set. You'll bend your legs, take your hands to your feet, floor bow pose. Yes. And as you bend your legs and take your hands to your feet, you'll kick back into your hands. Yes. And almost let the strength of the legs peel your upper body up off the floor to a comfortable position. We're only going to do this posture once, so get the most out of it as you can. That's it, that's it. And we'll release the posture, sit back into child's pose. This is a great counter to everything that we've just done. And you can separate your knees here. Have you tried that yet? Oh, I do. There's actually less pressure. So if you separate your knees and keep your big toes together and then sit back. Can you separate your knees anymore? Is that possible? Yeah, there you go. No worries. But does that feel better already? Good. Good. And then we'll take a few more breaths here. We're 3/4 of the way to Savasana. And we'll extend the hands forward, pressing ourselves into downward facing dog. So this will be the last time that we come into down dog. And make your way to the top of the mat in any way that you choose. We'll recline onto our backs. As you recline onto your back, you'll place your feet onto the floor, 2 fists width apart, heels close to sit bones. Now, robot arms, so root down through the backs of the shoulders, lift the hips up. That's it, couple more breaths here. Just got a little train going by. And slowly release. Well done, let those knees drop from side to side. Now, if wheel is in your practice and you'd like to take it into wheel, feel free to place the hands next to the head and press yourself all the way up. And if you're not doing wheel pose, then I would suggest taking another bridge pose, rooting down through the arms and the feet, lifting the hips up. We have about 3 more breaths here. And we'll slowly recline back onto our backs. Happy baby pose. So bringing the knees in, this is my favorite way of getting there. Reach for your feet, heels in towards pubic bone, and then open the feet wide into your happy baby. I like to go for that inner thigh stretch right beforehand. Just feels good in my body. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck. Nice. We'll slowly release the happy baby pose into plow pose. So the feet will go up and over the head. If that's not available, you can bring your feet directly up towards the sky or come all the way up into a seated position and take a forward fold. If you are in plow pose, you can use the option of using your hands to support your lower back. If you're in plow pose, maybe you drop the knees to either side of the head, really deepening the stretch so the shins are almost touching the floor. And then we'll all slowly exit out of the pose, just as slowly as we went into the pose, extending the legs forward until they touch the ground. This next pose is fish pose. You'll bring your hands underneath your sit bone. Hug your elbows in. Bring your chin in close to your chest as you drop your head back. Only bring it as far back as it feels good in your body. And we'll bring that chin back into chest, releasing the fish pose, coming all the way onto your back. Let's pull that right knee in towards the chest. So last year, my mantra, the words that just seemed to keep popping into my head over and over again, was just about moving forward, moving forward. And let's take that right knee over to the left. Spinal twist, right arm to the right. And looking back, I can see how that mantra, those words really helped me step outside of my comfort zone in all aspects of my life, as we all, in our own way, kind of coped with the changes that we had to make. But this year, I choose the word being, because instead of doing, I want to really be present and enjoy the things that I do versus checking them off a list. That also means I'm trying to spend more time on doing, or not doing, being in experiences that bring me happiness instead of working more. Let's bring that right knee back in. And we'll extend that right leg forward. Left knee pulls in. I guess my reflection is I'm really asking myself, what state of mind do I choose to be in this year? Because change happens, it's our only constant. I'll take that left knee over to the right. Left arm reaches towards the left. Open the arms out wide. And we'll slowly bring that left knee back in. And make sure we balance both sides. Let's pull that right knee in as well. Your forehead to the knee feels good to you. It's a great time to do that. And we'll slowly extend our legs forward and our arms down by our side. Relaxing our hands and our feet. Just being. And we'll begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes, making circles through the wrists and ankles. Stretching overhead. And rolling over onto our right side. And then gently pressing yourself all the way up into a comfortable seated position with our eyes turned inward. With our palms pressed together, we come together as a community this evening of like-minded people. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and everyone here. For although we come to our yoga mat for our own individual reasons, we still share the same journey together. So I thank you for that. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful evening. From my heart to each of yours. Namaste. Namaste. Enjoy your evening. It's a beautiful one.
Thank
Good
you.
night. You're welcome, Julie.
Good
I
luck
may or may not
tomorrow.
be here next week. It's my birthday
Happy birthday!
and my first day back at physical work since March. So
Oh,
Wow.
I see. That will be a day to celebrate.
yeah.
Oh, thank you for letting me know, Julie. I love having you in class, and maybe I'll see you next week or the week after.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye,
everybody.
Nancy.
Thank you,
Bye,
Jamie.
Janetta. You're welcome. Good night. Oh.
Jamie,
Yes,
I have-
Janetta.
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm probably working late tomorrow. Where
Okay.
where can I see the recorded classes?
Oh, let me ask. I feel like she's been putting them up on YouTube. I
Okay.
don't know for sure. I don't know if she's got it set up yet or not, but I can find out.
Okay. Okay.
I
I was
plan on-
just wondering,
Yeah,
since
I plan
I'm
on.
recording, so I figured you wanna like put it out. So I was wondering where is it and where can I find it? Because I know I'm coming home late tomorrow.
Okay, let me push stop real